काभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् आर्तानामार्तिहन्तारं भीतानां भीतिनाशनं द्विषतां कालदण्डं तं रामचन्द्रं नमाम्यहम् सन्नद्धकवची खड्गी चापबाणधरो युवा गच्छन्ममाग्रतो नित्यं रामः सलक्ष्मणः नमः कोदण्डहस्ताय सन्धिकृतशराय च खण्डिताखिलदैत्याय रामाय पन्निवारिणे रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पदये नमः अग्रदपृष्ठदश्चैव पार्श्वदश्च महाबलौ आकर्णपूर्णधन्वानौ रक्षेतां रामलक्ष्मणौ मङ्गलं कौसलेन्द्राय महनीयगुणाब्धये चक्रवर्ती तनूजाय सार्वभौमाय मङ्गलं सियावर रामचन्द्र की जय पवनसुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। My first invocation verses. नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे दक्षिणो लक्ष्मणे यस्य वामे तु जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनम्। In this Ramacharitmanas, the invocation began with Varnanam Artha Sanghanam Rasanam Chandasam Api Mangalanam Cha Kartaro Vande Vani Vinayako. Many scholars say it started with Va, Vakara Aramba. And the interesting thing is it ends also with Va. In this, I will just tell you the last two verses of Ramacharitmanas. Last one verse. Sri Ramacharitmanasamidam bhaktyavagahanti ye te samsara padanga gora kiranaihi dahyanti no manavaha. This Ramacharitram, or otherwise known as Srimad Ramacharitra Manasam, you all know that there is Manasarovar in the proximity of Kailasha Parvat. It is said to be the mind of Parvati. And it is considered to be the highest water body in the world, potable. I've gone 3 times and have taken dip also. The most beautiful experience. Nowadays they are not allowing people to take a dip there. But that particular place, so serene, so quiet, so peaceful, even those ducks and other birds who cannot survive there at all because there is nothing to eat and the air is very thin, but they are there. And it is believed by the tradition that they are Mahatmas who are enjoying the beauty of Kailasha, being on the water, which is none other than Parvati herself. And why this kind of understanding of, it's not imagination, because she always reflecting on him. Just like that lake continuously reflects the Kailasha, so too Parvati's mind is ever reflecting on the Lord. That should be the nature of Adi Mahatmas, reflecting on Bhagavan. And here, this Ramacharitra Manasam, Srimad Ramacharitra Manasam, it is also meant for constant reflection upon the Lord. That's why it says, Srimad Ramacharitra Manasamidam. In this Manasarovar, Bhaktya Avagahanti, those who are taking a dip with devotion. Bhaktya Avagahanti, ye, those people. Te samsara padanga gora kiranaihi dahyanti no manavaha. The last letter is what again? Manavaha na dahyanti. The people who are taking the dip in this Manasarovar, they are not burnt. By what? Samsara padanga gora kiranaihi. Tulasidas uses patanga word for Surya. Samsara patanga gora kiranaihi. By the scorching rays of the sun, nadahyanti. In other words, those who are with devotion, read, reflect, and enjoy the story of Rama, they would never be affected by the sorrows and afflictions of the worldly life. So that is the reason why this is considered as a Falashruti. The last verse is considered as a Falashruti. As we saw in the last session, Bhavani, Shankara, both are worshipped after Ganesha and Saraswati have been already worshipped. So we'll read the first 2 verses, Varnana Martha Sangana. And that is, I think, there. Varnana Martha Sangana Rasanam Chandasamapi Mangalanam Chakartaro Vande Vani Vinayakau. this we have seen in the last session. Continuing on that, next verse. Bhavani Shankarau Vande Shraddha Vishwasa Rupino Yabhyam Vina Na Pashyanti Siddha Swantastamishwaram. Bhavani and Shankara, Parvati and Parameshwara, they are considered as the father and mother of the world, mother and father of the world. First is Bhavani. Always women first. We say Radha Krishna, Sita Rama, right? So Bhavani Shankar. Bhavani Shankaro Aham Vande, I salute, and they are embodiment of Shraddha and Vishwasa. And the word Shraddha means Shrad Satyam Dadadi Idi Shraddha. That which shows you what is true. What is already there, only when you have faith, you will really see it. I'm not talking about physical perception. What you cannot see by the eyes can be known only by the faith that one has with the person who is showing or guiding. That's why next one is about Guru. Shraddha Vishwasa Rupino. As we saw in the last session, Parvati, after having given up her body as a Dakshayani, we'll see that story also will come, and she was burnt. She got herself burnt. And then she was born as the daughter of Himalaya, Haimavati, Hema, or otherwise known as Parvati. And she was told by Narada that you are none other than the reincarnation of the consort of Shiva, and you therefore meditate upon him. And Bhagavan Shiva is very particular about tapas. And she very faithfully, without any question in her mind, she started to meditate to tapas. And this tapas includes non-indulgence in anything, all the way up to even not having water, not even one leaf. At this point of time, to test her, because she learned from Narada and she was so faithful to what Narada had said. And at that point, the Saptarishis decided to visit her, to dissuade her. That you are meditating upon one who does not even have a kingdom. He is sitting in the top of a hill. He doesn't have any property. He doesn't have any possession. His Bhutaganas are intolerable. And in his body also he hardly wears anything. He wears indeed snakes. He puts on bhasma. And Rudra, it was called Rundamundamala. Now what kind of a person you are seeking? You are a prince. Why do you want to marry to that person? When they were going on, and instead you should worship Vishnu. Alankara Priya. All ornaments, everything possible is on him. So much of wealth and everything is there. Why not? But she said, no. I have taken the words of the Guru very seriously. This is what is called Shraddha. Ajnanasya jnapakartam jnanam Tat Shraddha eva dadati. Shraddhavan labate jnanam. What is not known can be known only through having the faith in the words of the Guru who has given this instruction. Even when we are going to the school first time, everything was taught to us by the teachers. We never know that. We have taken the words of our own teachers and parents as true. We never questioned it. And that's how we learned everything. If the apple is shown, this is apple. The child never asked, prove. Why do you say it's apple? No, that is what's apple. Okay. And that's how we learned everything. Even languages we learned that way. Shraddhavaneva. And so she said, very interestingly, those Saptarishi said, you are so adamant about worshipping Shiva, your adamancy has no end. And for that, she says a beautiful thing here. I'll just read that portion to you. It is not there on the screen. Satya kahe giri bhavatana yeha hatana chuta chute bardeha kanagav puni pashanate hoi chare ho sahasana parihar soi narada vachanana me pariharavu basahu bhavana ucharav nahi daravu Guru ke vachan pratiti na jehi sapane ho sugamana sukha siddhi dehi. What you said is right, O Saptarishi, is I am adamant. You know why? Because I am born out of Himachal stone. Satya kahevu giri bhavatana yeha. This tanu, this body is born out of the rocky and then stone Himalayas only. Therefore, I have imbibed all those qualities. That is to say, when you have faith, it should be unshakable faith, like the rock. So, satyakaho giri bhavatana eha hata. Hatana chuta chute pardeha. I will not give up my faith even if the physical body had to be destroyed. That must be the amount of faith we should all have when we really want to proceed further in our life towards liberation. And she gives the example, Kanakavapuni pashanate hoi. Is it not gold also nothing but stone? कहाँ से मिल रहा है आपको gold? वृक्ष से. From the tree you get it. From the water. Where is it coming from? It is nothing but stone only. Kanakavapuni pashanate hoi. And when you put that gold into the fire, what happens? It never loses its nature of being gold even when it is completely burnt in the fire. So too, my faith is unshakable. Narad vachanana me pariharau. I will never think twice when I heard my instruction given to me by Narada. The words of him is true. Basahu bhavanu ujaravu nahi dharavu. Even when I have to live, as you are saying, that I will be living in the rock of the Himalayas or wherever, where there is no bhavana, there is no palace, there is no richness, there is no prosperity, as you are saying, but I am ready to go through that. Why? Because I have taken the words of my Guru. 100% true. Basavu bhavana ucharajana hidaravu. Guru ke vachana pratit najehi. If one does not take the words of his Guru seriously, sapana vasugamana sukha siddhitehi. Even in his own dream, he will never find happiness. The true happiness comes in achieving what the Guru directs us to do, even as we have to go through many, many struggles to reach there. But the Guru very clearly knows why he is telling it to us. Imagine even in Bhagavad Gita, so many times Arjuna had doubt, but always he said, I don't understand what you are saying. Not that you did anything wrong or you said anything wrong. I never said, I don't understand. Please tell me correctly. And finally what happened? Nashto mohaha. All my delusions gone. Smritir labdha. Karishya vachanam tava. I will do whatever you say. That is what is called Shraddha. Ajnata jnanartam Shraddha. Whatever is unknown to reach there is Shraddha. What is known to follow that is called trust. That we saw that. So, Shraddha Vishwasa Rupino. Okay, what is the benefit of developing this faith and trust together? Yabhyam bina na pashyanti. Without which Manavaha or Siddhaha api na pashyanti. They don't see what? Swa antastam Ishwaram. Swa ante sthitam. Hridaye sthitam. Manasi sthitam. Ishwaram na pashyanti. Kahan hai Bhagavan? Kahan ढूंढ रहे बंदो? Where are you looking for? मैं आपके पास ही हूँ. I am there with you only all the time. And we, because of our extrovertedness, we are looking for it everywhere else except where he is. And Bhagavan laughs. Keep on searching. You will not get it at all until you turn your attention to your own heart. Where antastitam, swantastitam, Ishwaram na pashyanti. Here, pashyanti word should be understood as not physically seeing. It is not physical seeing of. It is knowing, understanding. That is why in Bhagavad Gita also we have seen, right, that when you are doing the invocation verses, we say that Sura Suraganaha na pashyanti, without whose grace you cannot even see. And interestingly, in second chapter of Gita, Bhagavan says, Ascharyavat pashyati kaschit enam. Enam ascharyavat pashyati. The word pashyati or see should be understood as knowing. For you have a doubt, you look at two Madarasis talking, then you will know it. So I went there, oh, I see. And then what happened? Oh, I see. You see? They keep on using the word, you see, I see. But what they mean is, you understand, you understand. So, pashyanti siddhaha. Siddhaha pashyanti. When? Yabhyam vina na pashyanti. Only with the Shraddha and Vishwasa. When we have faith and trust, we really see it. And even many places Bhagavan Krishna has said, Yap pashyati sa pashyati. One who sees, he sees. Meaning with the eyes of faith, when you see it. Even when you go to a temple, you look at the form of the Lord, but you don't look at it as a stone. You look at it as Bhagavan. With what eyes you see? What eyes are seeing is only stone. What your mind is seeing is Bhagavan. Is it not true? There is a Tulsi there outside. When you come there, I hope you do namaskar to the Tulsi. Don't put the slipper on that, near that. Slipper, there's a favorite place for that. Why? This Tulsi is a representative of the bhakti for Bhagavan. So the tradition says when you see a Tulsi, you have to salute it. These are all the expressions of faith. So when you see the form of the Lord, whether it is a stone or anything else, you don't look at the stone. You look at Bhagavan. Otherwise, all the temples are all, what do they have? They have only forms made of marble or granite or any other metal, etc. And you look at it, metalaya namaha, copperaya namaha. No, you Ramaya Namah, Ramachandraya Namah. Why do you say that name of the Lord? Because I do not see that metal there. I see Bhagavan. That is the eye of faith. So here, Yabhyam Vinana Pashyanti Siddha Santastam Ishwar Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Na Vidussura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti. That's how in the Gita Dhyanam it says, Dhyana avastita tad gatena manasa. Meaning the mind that has gone into the state of contemplation sees. Sura asuraganaha. So here it is manasa pashyanti yoginaha. So this is how in the Lord who is Swantastam Ishwaram yoginaha Pashyanti. Continuing in the next verse is on the invocation of the Guru. Invocation of the Guru, that is after having saluted Ganapati and Vani who are doing the Mangalakara Karao, he said that they are causing auspiciousness to the letters and words and rasas are there. And also the chandas, which is composed by Tulasidas here. And having saluted Bhavani and Shankara, who represent faith and trust, now comes Guru. We'll read that. Next verse. Vande Maha, wait. That is not the one. I have to be very careful about what I am playing. Vande Bodhamayam Nityam Gurum Shankara Rupinam Yamashrito Hi Vakropi Chandra Sarvatra Vandyate. Gurum Vande. I salute the Guru. And who is he? Bodhamayam Gurum. Guru is a Guru only when he is of the nature of knowledge. Anybody cannot be called as Guru. Nowadays you have love Guru, management Guru, software Guru. Even they must have the correct knowledge, then only they can be Guru. Is it not? So, Bodhamayam Nityam Gurum Vande. So, here Guruhu Bodhamayam, one who has knowledge. And because of that knowledge only he is down to earth, simple. No complications. We are so complex people because we ourselves do not know what we know. Or whatever we know, we are proud. For the hallmark of, or the important highlight of knowledge is humility. So here, Guru who is humble, simple and filled with knowledge, Bodhamayam Gurum Nityam Vande. Or Nityam Bodhamayam Gurum Vande. Both ways you can go. Guru I salute always who is filled with knowledge. Or he who is always with knowledge, I salute. And interesting thing is, it is Shankara Rupinam Gurum. Bhagavan Shankara, none other than Bhagavan Shankara himself. That's why we say Sada Shiva Samarambam. It begins with Sada Shiva. The eternal Guru, it is called Jagat Guru. Why? Because one who has created only would know about the creation. Ishvaraha, here the creator of the universe alone can tell you how to live in this universe. See, if somebody had created a software and he only knows how to use that software, and he will teach how to apply this. In the same way, one who has created the entire universe alone can tell us how this world can be managed by us, how we should live there. So here, Shankara Rupinam Gurum Aham Vande. And just like Bhagavan Shankara, he has a crescent moon on his head. It is called crooked moon. And it is traditionally believed that it is the second day of the moon, after the Amavasya, or no moon, and then the second day of the moon, second day after the, what do you call that, no moon, that moon is what he was wearing. And it's very thin and crooked. And so it's called Vakra. Vakra. So, this Chandra, the moon, when somebody says your face is like a moon, what it means is lot of ups and downs are there. Because if you look at the moon, it has a lot of that patches, right? So if somebody says that your face is like a moon, it's not a compliment, okay? You mean to say I have so much of patches here around there? But that crescent moon, there is part of it only. That is Vakra. Even that Vakra Chandra, that also, when it is adorned by the Lord on his head, it is also being worshipped. Right? Yamashritopi Vakro, Yamashrito hi Vakropi. Yama Ashritaha, Yam Shankaram Ashritaha. Even as the moon has been adorned by the Lord, or the moon, crooked moon, when it has taken shelter at the crown of Bhagavan, or the head of Bhagavan, it is also being worshipped. It is to say, find the right guru, you will also be fine. When Gurudev used to come for many lectures, and then he goes to many places for Bhiksha. When we were youth, we used to hang around, because we'll get variety of food only then. Various houses we go. But we go on our own. Well, do you think they will go anything? When you go with somebody of importance, it is always said in the southern part of India, along with the flower, even the thread is also smelling. Thread has no smell. But that also smells when the flower is tied by that. And the thread is tying the flower, so the flower's smell is transported to the thread. In the same way, even as otherwise Chandra is not worthy of worship, but when it is worn by the Lord on his head, Yamashrito hi Vakropi. He, the word used, the letter, he indeed, one meaning is Nischaya. Hetavadarane Nischaya Karana. Hetavadarane, that is the way it is put. He means Hetavadarane. What does it mean? Hetu tata avadarane. One meaning is, avadarana means Nischaya. When you say he, it is Nischaya in Sanskrit. Another meaning is Karana. Yamashrito he. Because of that very Karana. But the very reason, Chandraha Vakraha api, even the Chandra which is also crooked, Sarvatra Vandyate, is also worshipped everywhere. And these Mahatmas are taken the form by the Lord himself. Him taken the form. That's why Dakshinamurti is Ishvaro Gururatmedi Murti Beda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vabhyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. The Lord Shiva as the Dakshina Murti, he himself is Ishvaraha, he himself is the Guru, and that's why he says Ishvaro Guruhu, and Ishvara and Guru both together, what do they teach? Atma. Ishvaro Guru Atmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine. You yourself is Ishvara, the Lord. You yourself is the Guru, and when I understand you teaching me about the Bhagavan, what I realize is my own self. So that is why the Guru is worshipped in our tradition so much. Because he lifts the soul away from the endless quagmire of samsara. In Totakashtakam, very beautifully, the Totakacharya, while praising Shankaracharya, says, Jagatima vidum kalita kritayo vicharanti mahamaha sachalatah ahimam surivatra vibhasi guru bhava shankara deshika me sharanam bhava shankara deshika me sharanam. Jagadim avitum, to protect the entire world. Jagatim avitum kalita akritayo. You have taken the form, Guru has taken the form mainly to protect the world from going down. It has to be continuously uplifted. How many times Bhagavan has to come? Bhagavan says, once in a while only I will come, but I am sending my messengers constantly so that the world does not go down, it will not lose its moral and ethical standards. And they stand without any compromise for what is right. Jagatima vitum kalita kritayo vicharanti. They move about. They won't stay in one place because they want to reach out to the maximum number of people, as Gurudev did. Maximum happiness to maximum people for maximum time. Even as this body was failing without good proper health, vicharanti mahamaha sacchalata ahimam surivatra vibhasi guru. Just like the sun, when it comes, entire snow gets melted away. Ahimamshu, meaning himamshu means the cold amshu, the sun, moon, but ahimamshu is referring to moon, sun there. Ahimamshu riva atra, like the sun here, vibhasi guru, you are shining. Bhava shankara deshika me sharanam. Oh Shankara, may I take shelter at your feet. So this should be the attitude of the student. And the student, as even is not knowledgeable, he is ignorant, no doubt, but the moment he comes under the tutelage of a guru, that progress is so fast and so unimaginably speed. The speed and the way of growth is unimaginably very intense because of the grace of the Guru, provided the student has got total surrender at the feet of the teacher. Therefore, here he worships him as Vakropi. Even then, see, in one other place, there is a beautiful verse here. Let me check here. In one place, it is said how even the lowest of the lowest people can be uplifted by the grace of the Guru, where he says, दवु सबके वरण सुहाये, आश्रम शरीर राम चिन पाये, रघुपति चरण उपासक जेते, खग मृग सुर नर असुर समेते। बंधव सबके चरण सुहाये. I salute to that Sri Rama, even as he uplifted people who are the lowest in the world. Adama Sharira Rama Chinupaye. Those who have taken to Sri Rama, even they have the lowest of the creations. Raghupati Charan Upasak Jete. Those people who have taken to the worship of Raghupati, who are those? Kaga, Mriga, Sura, Nara, Asura, Samiti. Jatayu, it doesn't have any samskar, nothing. But that very bird also has taken to the worship of the Lord, and it had done its seva to that Lord, even giving up its own life. Mriga, we don't need to say, Hanumanji, and so many of them who have served the Lord, they are not human beings. That's why they are called Narahava, Naravahava. So Vanara means they are looking like as though Vanaras means literal meaning is monkey, but Narova, Narova. They are much more than Nara. And Sura, the gods, Nara, all other human beings, Asuras also, Vibhishana. So anybody either by birth or by samskaras, even when they are low, Bhagavan has made sure that all of them uplifted. So to a guru, even when you are unqualified, you will be given by the grace of the Lord all qualification, or by the grace of the guru. So it is said Padmapadacharya, who was not as smart as anybody else. There are 4 important disciples of Shankaracharya, and he was not a very bright one. But then Shankaracharya always would wait for him to come to the class. And others would say, whether he is there or not, how does it really matter? He doesn't learn anything. But the guru is so compassionate, no? To be there. And because of the sheer compassion of Shankaracharya, Padmapadacharya became a great realized soul, even though he does not have the scholarship like others, Sureshwaracharya, etc., Totakacharya. So, Vande Bodhamayam Nityam Gurum Shankara Rupinam Yamashritohi, by whose shelter Vakropi Ayogyaha api. Vakraha means ayogyaha api, even though not qualified. Chandra sarvatra vandyate. The moon is worshipped everywhere. So here continuing next verse, that is verse number 4. Sita Rama Guna Grama Punyaranya Viharino Vande Vishuddha Vijnano Kavishwara Kavishwaro. Now finally, having saluted Ganapati, Vani, Bhagavan Shiva, Parvati, Guru, and interesting thing is, by Guru he has worshipped Shiva also. Shankara Rupinam Gurum Ahammante. Guru, none other than Shankara himself. And Shankara himself is the Guru. So in this way, Bhagavan Shankara is worshipped. The next one is what? Next one is Valmiki. Tulasidas says, I have to worship Valmiki and Hanumanji together. And what is common between them? They revel in the remembrance of the Lord continuously. Sita Rama Guna Grama Punyaranya Viharino. Aranye Viharino. In that great intense forest, they are reveling. Oh, what kind of a forest is that? Gunagrama. None other than the trees, which are intense number of trees. And what are those trees? None other than the clusters of the qualities of the Lord. Sita Ramasya Gunagrama Punya Viharino. Aranya Viharino. Sita Rama Gunagrama. Not one or two qualities. Gunagrama. The virtues of the Lord, as Sitaji and Rama are innumerable. When you have innumerable, you say grama. The host of them. Sita Rama Gunagrama. And it is not a normal one. Punya Aranya Viharino. That is why when we have chanted, I think in the first session I said, Kujantam Rama Rameti Maduram Maduraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakam Vande Valmiki Kokilam. This Kokila, the cuckoo bird, none other than the Valmiki, is constantly crying out, singing the glory of the Lord. Kujantam, how? Rama Rameti Maduram Maduraksharam. Rama Nama Eva Maduraksharam. Maduraksharam Kujanti. Aruhya Kavita Shakam, holding on to the branch called Kavita. And so here Valmiki ji is worshipped. Vande Vishuddha Vijnanao. These both of them are of the nature of Vishuddha Vijnan, pure knowledge. What we have is poor knowledge. Only it's a little difference. Pure knowledge or poor knowledge. With the little we know, we think we know too much. Why are you not coming to Bhagavad Gita or Upanishad or Pata hai sab. Many people say, I know everything, only now I am into practice. Practice, listening itself is very important. If one is able to listen with the mind attentive, pure, you don't need to practice. Shravanat eva jnanam sambhavati. Why we are not able to grasp correctly? Because of our mind's preoccupation, impurities. Practice of knowledge is listening with greater attention and purity. Once you listen to it, there is no more need to practice it. It is like this. And the other day I was telling someone, when you tell your child, don't go anywhere near the fire, it will burn you. So it doesn't have the knowledge. You are telling, instruction only it is. It is you are instructing the child not to go. When does the jnanam takes place? After that, you don't need to say a word. Don't go, I know it. That is called direct knowledge. Aparoksha jnanam. So, when does the real knowledge take place? When the mind... Here it is not an external objective knowledge. Therefore, it is not something you have to do externally to get it. This, when one listens to the correct understand, with the correct attention and purity of mind, then and there itself. Sitaram Agunagrama Punyaranya Viharino Vande Vishuddha Vijnano. Who are those? Kavishvara Kapishvaro. Kavinam Ishvaraha Valmiki. Why he is called Kavinam Ishvaraha? Why he is considered as the God among the poets because he is the one who started first. As I told last session also, he was the one who came out as he is the Adi Kavi. He is the one who began he is considered the father of literature. Before that there was nothing. So here, Kavishwaraha, Kavinam Ishwaraha, and other one is Kapinam Ishwaraha. One who is the lord of the monkeys. So these two of them, and it is also said that when Vedas talk about Brahma Tattvam, Atma Tattvam, that is the subject matter of Vedas, Vedanta. And it is this very Vedas which has Brahman as the subject matter, for the sake of common man to easily understand, took the form of Ramayana. Because a common folk will not understand the intricacies of the concepts and philosophies of the Vedanta. So in the form of a ready demonstration of Bhagavan's avatar, as narrated by Valmiki, it becomes very easy for common man to not only understand the nature of Brahman, but also how to live with that understanding. Bhagavan, not taking the human form, he demonstrated how to be a Siddha Prajna. Veda vedye pare pumsi jate dasharadatmaje Veda pracheta sadasid sakshat Ramayanatmana. Veda vedye pare pumsi. You know, this very knowledge of Brahman which is found in the Vedas, which is known as Paramapurusha. Jate Dasharadatmaje. When that Brahman has taken the form of a child of Dasharatha. Veda vedye pare pumsi jate. When it is born, Dasharadatmaja. Veda pracheta sad asid. Through Valmiki, prachetas, through Valmiki, asid came to the world. That's what? Sakshat Ramayanatmana. In the form of Ramayana. In other words, Ramayana also is speaking none other than about Brahman only, but which is taken the human form. That is Ram. So that is the reason why he is Kavinam Ishwaraha. He is the Lord of all the Kavis. And the Sita Rama Guna. The Guna of the Lord is, see, quality when you say, moment you say virtues and qualities, obviously it is limitation. That is why we have this concept of Saguna Brahma and Nirguna Brahma. Right? Saguna Upasana and Nirguna Upasana. Saguna Upasana means where you worship the Lord with qualities. And Nirguna Upasana means without qualities. That is called remembering the absolute reality as Brahman. But how many of them are qualified to do that? Bhagavan Krishna says in Gita, Kleshodikataras-tesham avyakta sakta chetasam avyakta hi gatir dukkam dehavad biravapyate. Indeed, it is very difficult, one who holds on to the physical body, to remember the absolute truth without any qualities. Because we are so attached to our human qualities or virtues or the gunas and the nature and characteristics of the human physical body, and think of the attributeless Lord is not easy. Very, very rare one only can do that. So it is said here in another place, let me put that beautiful verse also here. Sagunagi agunagi nahi kachu beda gavahi muni purana buddha beda agana arupa alaka ajajoyi bhagata prema bas suguna soyi. Bhagavan Shiva was asked by Parvati, you are worshipping Rama, but the absolute truth is Brahman. And this Rama is one who is a son of somebody, husband of someone, brother of someone, and this with all the qualities only, all the various characteristics of human, and your mind are, you yourself is worshipped akin to the Brahman, and you are worshipping a human. So to that he says to Parvati, Sagunagi agunahi nahi kachubeda. You understand, between Saguna and Nirguna there is no difference at all, really. Saguna means gunahi saha. Nirguna means without the gunas. Sagunagi agunagi nahi kachubeda gavahi muni purana buddha. This is how the great munis have sung in the Puranas and the Vedas. Aguna arupa alaka ajajoi. That very one which is indicated in the Vedas as aguna, attributeless, arupa with no form, alaka with no alaksha, without any characteristics, aja, unborn, joyi, bhagata prema bas saguna sohoi. That very Brahman only, for the devotees, it takes a form. That very absolute Brahman, when you lovingly invoke, it takes the human form. How beautiful it is. Jo guna rahita saguna soi kaise. How is that aguna Brahma becomes saguna Deva or Rama? Jo guna rahita saguna jo soi kaise. That which is having no attributes, how does it become a formful, attributeful form? How is it? It's a beautiful example. Jalahima upala bilaki nahi kaise. Is it not? There is no difference between water and what is known as hailstone. Hailstone is water or anything else? Yes? You see it? See, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, you take ice, a solid ice, and start heating up. What it becomes? Water. Further heat up, what happens? Steam. Do you see it? Once it has become steam, when it has become vaporized, you won't see it. But if you can put a lid on it or close it, what happens? It becomes water. And further condensed, it becomes ice. So, is that ice cube H2 or not? Water, the steam, one can be seen with the particular shape, another not a particular shape, but you can still see. The third one you don't see, but it is there. So just like the water himself has taken the form of the hailstone, the same way, Jala hima upala bilaganahi kaise, jaise, Jasu nama brahmati mira patanga. The very name itself is sufficient for the hima or the cloud or the snow to get melted away, just like the sun does. Tehi kimika hiva vimoha prasanga. Such a one who is like the sun, just like the sun can remove all the mist and the snow, so too Rama, the name itself is sufficient for us to remove all delusion. And do you think he is deluded? And because Parvati's question is what? It appears like Rama is also like anybody else is crying for his wife, etc. Bhagavan Shiva said, you don't understand. He is inside Rama, outside drama. The Guruji used to say, inside Rama, outside drama only. He does all kinds of dramas. And that is for the devotees who are wanting to see him in a form. Bhagavan takes that form, and out of the love for devotee is none other than his love expressed is the form. Now, having worshipped all these deities, now comes Sita ji, worship of Sita. We'll see that in the next session. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kasyid Dukkhabhat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.